హాయ్ అండి అందరికీ. ఈరోజు మనం పోల్ లోడింగ్ గురించి నేర్చుకుంటున్నాం. పోల్ లోడింగ్ అనాలిసిస్ అంటే టెలికాంలో మనకు పోల్ లోడింగ్ అనాలిసిస్ అంటే ఏంటిది, దాని గురించి ఈరోజు ఈ టాపిక్ మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నాం. టెలికాం సంబంధించింది పోల్ లోడింగ్ అనాలిసిస్. ఇట్స్ ఏ వెరీ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ ఫైబర్ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ సాలిడ్ పోల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్. What is pole loading? Pole loading is nothing but pole is determined where utility poles can safely attach a new telecom and attachment without exceeding structural limit. Pole loading is like one electrical utility pole. You can attach the new attachment without exceeding structural limit. As per we are Go95 NSA standards, the pole loading analysis is we can place the new attachment to the pole as per follow the Go95 NSA standards. And key factor, what are the pole loading key factors? Mean pole height and class and physical condition and existing load and power cable, fiber and proposed new stand or fiber and equipment. Like we are proposing the new cable, the pole loading and all, we can design the new all existing pole and we can propose the new cable. And the pole is pass or the pole is the fail, what are the conditions we are using. And tools, like we are different tools we are using pole loading analysis, like Vocalic Pro, Spida, Vocal, Quick Pole, Ike and catapults. And if a pole pass, it is eligible the new attachment. If it is pole fail, we move to make ready engineering. What is the make ready engineering? MRE is the follow of the PLA result. Show cannot safely support new attachment in its current state. Make ready engineering MRE mean injury the utility poles to ready to support new attachment. It is hashtag electrical wire. This process include pole and load and analysis engineering. And one more thing, pole load analysis software solution is the utility and telecom industry. Select the right software for pole loading to analyze the pole critical injuries, structural safety and regulatory compliance and project efficiency. Breakdown of some leading pole in the industry. Spida Calc, Spida software, structure analysis of utility poles key factor, pole loading analysis, pole loading and guy analysis, and Vocalic Pro, 3D modeling analysis of pole structure. And these are the softwares like real-time load calculation, LiDAR supporting and assessed modeling. And catapult engineering, pole loading analysis is a catapult engineering also software also we are using. And pole foreman, these are the softwares we are using the pole loading. Why span length is an important, like the span length, accuracy, optical losses, ensure the correct tension and aerial installation, guide the placement of joint splice and enclosures, reduce the risk of over touching slack and unnecessary rework, enhance the performance longevity of the installation. And important of anchor and downguy wiring telecom poles. Overhead telecom structural anchor and downguy say might appear minor. They play the critical role, keeping the entire setup right, balanced and secure. What is the function? Guy wire is a tension cable running from the pole to the ground. Like guy wire is used to the support the pole. Any cable and any attachment, the pole cannot dead end cases and any false dead end cases, the anchor down guys are supporting to the cable and pole structure. Guy wire is the tension cable running from pole to ground, and anchor is the secure is the wire holding the pole firmly placed. Together they distributed balance the load, prevent from pole learning and swagging, stabilize pole it end up and tension points. Especially in the area there are cable path change direction of tension fluctuates. This system prevents the pole from tripping or collapsing, help to avoid the services distribution and ensuring safety. These small yet vital components are ensuring network stability and long-term reliability. What is structural analysis in mechanical engineering design? Mechanical engineering design involves preparing structure of system to accommodate new installations such as utility poles, telecommunication equipment, or other. What is structural analysis and mechanical engineering? Mechanical engineering design involves preparing structure of system, accommodation new installation such utility pole and telecommunication equipment and other instruments. Pole structure analysis is the critical to this process. Ensure the existing and new structure can save support to the intended load and environment condition. Where is breakdown of the structure analysis process called mechanical engineering? And site assessment and data collection, existing structure evaluation, assessment condition, material and properties and load behavior and capacity, existing structure and utility poles, tower to building. Pole loading analysis is dead load. Calculate the weight of the existing structure and new attachment. Live load, accurate damming force such as wind, ice, seismic activities. Structural modeling, finite element analysis (FA) software to create a detailed model of the structure, simulating how it is response of various load. Material property, input data, strength, elasticity, and durability of materials used in structure. The basic of pole loading analysis explained. The electrical telephone cables and other communication wires depend on the pole they were hanging on. These are Hugo contract given to output to the manage and install such pole overhanging equipment. Challenge of this contractor is find out the capacity for a pole to bear the load of the attachment and they hire surveyor who then carry out of complete survey and analysis. More precisely to pole load analysis to provide the relative data. Different effective loading, pole loading. Factors that count while calculating for pole loading are the cable type like aluminum cable, steel cable, copper TV, CATV, cable diameter and span length. Why pole loading analysis is necessary? Industries are power and telecom very big risk prone. The network is spread across countries and we require the frequent check the maintaining of the line. These are the great risks associated with the pole loading, both financial and human. And first of all, what is mechanical engineering? Mechanical engineering is referred to process of evaluating, preparing utility poles. New attachments such as fiber optic cables and wireless and antennas or other telecommunication equipment. Pole loading analysis and clearance assessment based on the established guidance such as National Electrical Safety, NESC, California General Order Go 95. Make sure the attachment existing new can coexist safely and causing hazard service interruption. And interview question we are explaining about projects and roles and responsibility and Go 95 standards. We are actually Go 95 standards secondary to top communication. We are maintaining Go 95 6 feet. Secondary to Gadam as per the Go 95 standards 4 feet. Midspan clearances, road clearances 18 feet and midspan driveway 15 feet 6 inches or 16 feet. As per NES standard, communication to communication maintain 1 feet. Secondary to top communication 3 feet 4 inches. Secondary to Gadam 4 feet 3 feet 4 inches. Garden to communication clearances 1 feet 4 inches. Anchor down guy support to the pole failing condition. Rather it is due to underground cable placing and VGR.